tell us?
Are you the Son of God?
I am.
那我就给你们最黑暗、最绝望的一天。
Your sins are forgiven, my son.
I thought only God could do that.
Which is easier, to say his sins are forgiven, or say he get up and walk?
From the start of mankind, God, deities, or divinity have always there in many forms. Their depiction can be found in our traditions and values to our literature and arts. Like books and paintings, religion and divinity can be presented through the camera's lens to cinema screens. Many films have been made on God and deities. That's why today's list is comprised of the top 5 ancient God movies. So without further ado, let's get started. But you have been warned about spoilers ahead. At number 5, we got Percy Jackson movies.
I heard there was a prophecy about me.
It would seem that the prophecy was referring to our annihilation.
The only thing that has the power to save our home is the Golden Fleece.
Movies based on gods and deities are often dark and gloomy. The dark themes and concepts of immortality, hell, and afterlife are frequently used in such type of films. People who don't have the temperament for these films can easily agitate by them. Many people don't like this type of film due to the reasons we mentioned earlier. But Percy Jackson movies are in the exception in this category, and we strongly recommend these two films if you are interested in ancient god and goddesses. Along with his friends, Percy goes into a lot of adventures and conquests to save the world and prevent a war between gods. Logan Lerman is cast as Percy, the son of Hermes, and Alexandra Daddario play the character of Annabeth Tate, the daughter of goddess Athena and the love interest of Percy Jackson. These films were a commercial hit and earned $427.3 million collectively against a budget of $185 million.
This is a bad idea.
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
You were going to say that you're going after the fleece.
Actually, he was gonna say we were.
That was awesome.
At number 4, we got The Immortals.
Long before man roamed these lands, there was a war in heaven.
If there is one human who could lead them against Hyperion, it would be Theseus.
Like we said before, there are some films from this category that have dark, gloomy themes, and Immortals 2011 is one of them. Based on the story of Theseus, it follows the event before the start of Titanomachy, a 10 years war between gods and titans. It was directed by Tarsem Singh, who was inspired after studying ancient Greek religion. The story of this film follows a young man Theseus, a skilled warrior and student of Zeus himself. Theseus must stop King Hyperion, who wants revenge by gods by freeing titans from Mount Tartarus. Released in 2011, it was a commercial hit and grossed over $226.9 million against a budget of $75 million. Despite being a commercial hit, it received generally negative reviews for its storytelling and character development. But it received praise for its action sequence and editing, which helped it to become a cult classic since its release. Henry Cavill played a role of Theseus, and it was one of the starting roles of him which made him popular among people.
I have faith in you. Prove me right.
I cannot change the future. You can.
Fight for honor! Fight for your future!
At number 3, we got Gods of Egypt.
Ages have passed since the gods walked among us. Before the war.
It's my turn now.
Before the birth of Greek gods, the Egyptians were ruling this world with their gods. A lot of significant knowledge about ancient Egyptian gods and deities has recovered. Based on this knowledge, a movie was developed in 2016. Although it was based on fictional events and characters were taken from ancient Egyptian religion. Its story revolves around a young man who happened to be caught between gods and their quarrel. The young mortal man, who is also a thief, partnered with the famous ancient god Horus to save his love.
Set has taken over Egypt and enslaved its people.
This film has an ensemble cast like Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jared Butler and Brenton Thwaites are in lead roles. This film depicts the ancient religion and gods of the Egyptian people, so if someone is interested in this stuff, they should watch it immediately. It was a mild hit on a box office and grossed over $150.7 million against a budget of $140 million.
Only one God can save us, but not without his eyes.
Soon I will rule all of the world.
So how do we stop him? Try to keep up.
At number 2, we got Wonder Woman.
This beautiful place.
Weapons far deadlier than you can ever imagine.
The war can be ours.
Many of you have been surprised after seeing this title in this list. Rest assured, Wonder Woman also falls in this category because of its roots, which are directly descended from gods, Amazonians who are considered to be the best fighters and friends of mankind, were created by the gods of Olympian. Princess Diana is also the daughter of god Zeus, and that explains her superpowers. Its story follows Princess Diana, who must fight another god, Ares, god of war, and she must kill him to save humanity. Released in 2017, it became an instant hit, both commercial and critical. It earned $822.3 million against a production budget of $150 million. It was directed by Patty Jenkins, and Gal Gadot played the character of Wonder Woman.
Whoever you are in more danger than you think.
I cannot stand by while innocent lives are lost.
Who is this woman?
She's my secretary, sir. She's a very good secretary.
At number 1, we got Clash of Titans.
Have you seen what's happening out there?
One day, somebody's gonna have to make a stand.
Release the Kraken!
The best film ever made, which describes ancient gods and goddesses, is Clash of Titans. It is a remake of a 1981 film of the same name, but it exceeds its reputation. Based on the story of Perseus, a demigod son of Zeus, this film is one of its kind. Anyone interested in ancient gods and deities, this film is a must-go for them. Starring Sam Worthington, Gemma Arterton and Liam Neeson in lead roles. It was directed by Louis Leterrier. It was a commercial hit and earned $494 million on the box office. It is still the best film on ancient gods. That's why it is on the number 1 spot on today's list.
Have you even bothered to look?
They need to be reminded of the order of things.
We hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Subscribe our channel The Film Gossips and hit bell icon to stay updated with new videos, because here you will find best infotainment.